suggestions were like objects that are quite easy to bring into my usual format, like where I'm sitting over there in front of my plants and all that, and like tap and overexplain and all that. But some were like, I'll give you a good example: bed frame, popcorn ceiling, window, curtain. So I kind of split those into a separate list, and I'm doing them now because guess what? Ryan has Tuesday off. So I'm filming this the day of. This is this afternoon. And I thought I would do all of these ones that are like, oh, a little bit more like you can go around and kind of like I can go around and do them kind of thing. So this video I might spend less time on each of the individual trigger words, so it might be shorter. Like I can envision this maybe taking us like 45 minutes rather than the usual like hour and 20 or so, although mostly it kind of spans into hour and 45 now that I really think about it. But that's a me thing. So if you suggested things and they're not in this video, I promise you they are coming next week. But today I've just got I've got 13 of these, and yeah, I've got like 13 of them, and we'll kind of do them as they kind of come up. We're gonna kind of do it as like I'm in one zone and I do a couple of things, I'm in another zone and I do a couple of things, so things are gonna be a little bit, they're gonna move around a little bit, let's say. So first of all, we have a word suggestion from Barbie Hannibal. Oh, new word suggestors in this video. There's Lavender Fox 163, and then we have Elizabeth. Where did I write your name? Elizabeth 8169 as suggestors for this video. But if you are a new suggester and you don't hear your name, same thing with my regulars, you will be in next week's video. Again, this one is just kind of how this one has to happen, because I am nothing if not committed to the bit. So, first word is from Barbie Hannibal, and we're gonna kind of move some shit around. I'm also really close to my window, so if you hear like vehicles going by, cut me some slack. As I say, there's a plane going by, it sounds like. So, first word is bed frame, and I'm not about to pull up my mattress, but I figure I can show you the headboard, which is a part of my bed frame. And like I said, we're going to do some scratching, some word repeating, and then some explaining. And tapping, if it's relevant. So, this bed frame, it's just a bunch of metal rails light. For those of you in my southern hemisphere, it's not mine, you would like get the same amount of good plant light from a northerly facing window. Of course, depending on how close to the equator you are. Myself, I'm quite far north. And this window frame is just simple wood, painted white. There was a point in time where I thought that I would paint. This was when I was still in university. And this is when I was obsessed. Well, I'm still obsessed with the color purple, but this was when I was getting like everything the color purple. It's how I feel about the color green now, but still, honestly, the color purple. I thought that I was going to paint this like window frame. I was like, do I paint it something? Do I paint it a lavender or a lilac? I really need to switch to lilac because lilac is the color that I actually like. Lavender is a little bit too deep and rich and blue, but I still love the color lavender. But this window frame, I thought at one point I was going to paint it, but I decided against probably for the best, because it's not terribly interesting right now, but then also I don't have that kind of like design sense to know what to do. Like, I'm no Christina Hack. I don't know. But I would need, like, I really want, it's the same thing with this wall. Like, this wall that's behind my bed, you all have seen it, it's completely blank. And that is mostly to do with the fact that I don't know what the fuck to do with it. But I need a friend who won't charge me to like tell me what to do, and I'll do it. I would let them fully design my space, but I'm a fan of greens and dark woods and light woods. Like, if you would find it in a Scandinavian house, I would probably enjoy it. Like those nice IKEA showroom, kind of like the mock rooms. I like some of those, not all of them though. And so conveniently, Lilia Larson suggested the word curtain, and this is a blind on this window, yes, and you can't really make it out very well. It's just like a pull up and a pull down, like it's in there, there's no cord, it self-rolls or whatever. Or no, it accordions, sorry, I should say. But, it's a blind, but we're going to do the word curtain for it because in preparing for this, I realized we don't have a single curtain in this household. We don't have a single actual curtain in this household. Curtain that goes over the window. The curtain that goes over the window. The curtain that goes over the window. is from Lavender Fox once again. And why am I pointing you up? Well, because we're going to try something. We are going to try something here. I've decided not to do cuts because, you know, I feel like I'm pulling open the wizard's robe, for lack of a better, you know, term. Okay, so I'm gonna just pop everything. Okay, there we go. Because the next suggestion, like I said, comes from Lavender Fox again, and their next suggestion, I should say, was the word popcorn ceiling. And this bed, I know for a fact, can hold my weight. And if you see my legs in this, no, I am not only wearing underwear. It is a pair of sweat shorts from Old Navy. So, you got the little gay glass art in there too. So, I do not have a popcorn ceiling, but it's this like, stucco or spackle or something. Return of the word spackle to, and this ceiling, I don't mind. I hate regular popcorn ceilings though. I hate regular. That makes my ears crawl. I hate regular popcorn ceilings, but this I'm fine with. That actually doesn't sound too bad. So, Lavender Fox, like, points to you for this. Because it's actually kind of fun to do, like, weird filming setups. Like this. I don't know if there's going to be much of a return to this filming setup, but, I mean, we did it. I did it, but we did it as a collective, you know. I need to make sure that I'm not flashing you all up my shirt. Oh dear. There we go. I don't know where to look. Popcorn ceiling, or stucco. Ceiling, or stucco, or stucco, or stucco. Ceiling, popcorn, ceiling, popcorn, ceiling. I don't know. I haven't seen it in my ASMR watching career. But I don't know many people who have done ceiling triggers. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but like, I'm doing pretty good. The ghosts in my attic are like, what the fuck is he doing? Alright, my arms are getting a bit sore. Okay, you all are coming with me because next up we have the word from Nugget. And this word is bedside table, bedside table, bedside table, bedside table, bedside table, bedside table. So we are going back to some familiar territory here. Hello. If this is unwatchable, please tell me, and I can do a re-edit, but I think it's actually not that bad. Alright, bedside table. Bedside table. Here is my bedside table. There's the mic stand. My Hawaiian palm is currently in Forgetting Misted. Hi. Hi. Please tell me if this is weird. Also, my clock is way off. We had to turn off the breaker for something. And it reset my clock, and I have not reset it since. Although, actually, it's only about an hour off, which is kind of impressive. Hi. I don't know if this is a cultural thing, but I would call this my night table rather than my bedside table. Or if it's just like a whatever your family says kind of thing. Here's the lamp that I always use. There we go. To give you light, to give you light, to give you light. When I'm filming this spot right here is where the Trigger Tuesday notebook always rests. It is always here. It does not move because I will forget if it's not right there. And I can forget to post on Fridays and Sundays. I'm sorry about that, by the way. But I cannot forget Tuesdays. The reason why I am wearing shorts in the dead of a minus 30 Celsius cold snap is because, don't trip Brian, there we go, is because it is ridiculously hot in this room. In this room. It is ridiculously hot in this room because the sun is shining in. Not something that I should be complaining about, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so now we're over here. Why? Well, because I just need to find it. I just need to find it here because we're really suggested one item of clothing. I'm doing all my items of clothing. We're going above and beyond, exceeds expectations. Moving on. Oh, okay. There's this really cute little Old Navy shirt. It's got the tiniest little flowers. It's like this cream color. I thought this would be like a cute undershirt underneath my button-ups over here. Can you see me still? Okay. Scratching along the hangers. So as you can probably tell, the colors live on this side, so the blues and the greens. And then there's long sleeves in the middle. There's long sleeves in the middle. Now this used to be divided up a little bit more where the blues are on this side, and then the blacks and the grays were more on this side. So the blues and then the blacks, but they've gotten mixed in, and I don't truly care about that. And then I didn't know where to put my burgundies and oranges, so they kind of just live here. Add that to the list of heart attacks. Almost watching my laptop slide and get hurt. Wow. There we go. There we are. Hopefully, like I said, this is not unwatchable. And continuing with the theme of over-explaining things, you get into my dress pants over here. Although the dress pants that I wear, I'm not a jeans boy. I used to be a jeans boy, and then I got rid of likely 80% to 90% of my jeans because jeans make me miserable. I hate wearing jeans myself. I like the way that they look. I just hate wearing them. I hate the experience of wearing them. So I transitioned to only wearing dress pants, which sounds like I'm out of my mind because A, I'm Canadian, so why don't I own like 20 pairs of jeans, and B, are dress pants too dressy? Not the ones that I buy. Elizabeth8169 and Barbie Hannibal suggested books and book covers, and then Chels suggested bookshelf, 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 bookshelf. So we are combining them. So this is, of course, the bookshelf. You all have seen this once before. Bookshelf. Nothing special about it. I want to get another one for my other room. The room with the desk in it that I used to film at. If you've been around that long. And I love a versatile bookshelf. I love it so much. Because I'm doing some cleaning in that other room. I do need to dust, though, I think. Well, I don't think. I know I need to dust. Alright. Next, we're going to discuss my books. Down on this shelf is the shelf where I keep my books that I want to read in the near future. And first one is Translation State by Anne Leckie. And it's this very simple gradient. We're going to do some of the overexplaining here of the book cover. Is this very simple gradient from like red to yellow to sort of a greenish, and at the bottom here there's a white circle with a black silhouette, and at the top you can see there's a little triangle with a diamond cut out of it, and then the title is of course right in the middle, and then there are these lines that dip down and up at the bottom of the cover. This one is probably the simplest book cover. The next one is A Psalm for the Wild Build. This is by Becky Chambers. I am so excited for this book, but it's so small that I'm saving it. I am savoring the excitement, but as you can see, on it is like this garden path strewn with like florals and leaves and all that. Right by my thumb here, there's a person who's sitting on like the back of a carriage holding a cup of tea. It is unclear whether or not this carriage is motorized, although it does look like there's a headlight of some sort, but then there's also a lamp hanging from the carriage, so who knows. The title is kind of strewn about, and in this top corner you have a robot who's greeting a couple of tiny little butterflies that seem to be glowing. Then next up, we have this book by Rebecca Thorne, Can't Spell Treason Without T. And you can see at the bottom, there's two people sitting in little nice armchairs by the light of a fire. You can see in that hearth there that has some books on it. And we're kind of seeing this room from like a specific kind of art style where everything looks kind of nice and dreamy and naturalistic. And then finally, we have this book. We have this book here. I've really been meaning to haul some books, but this is kind of doing the work for me. This is by Francis Wren, illustrated by Lidarnes, and this one is called Earthblown, and already this one you can see we're in sort of like an industrial street setting, kind of looking like a sewer outflow, because these two people are standing in water, sort of framed by two buildings or so. This one building looks a little bit more sturdy, and this one on this side looks a little bit more haphazard. And we've kind of got like this separate motif that's kind of shiny, where, like at the top of the book, it looks like the cover is like underwater, and there's like a vial of something being thrown into it. And of course, these two people are sort of embracing each other a little bit, standing face to face, and one of them has like a little white dot right near sort of their temple area. This one is like futuristic, kind of, maybe dystopian is a good word for it, and I'm quite excited for it. It's not one of those ones that I was like, oh my god, yes, this is gonna be like my book, but it's interesting. On the back of it, I realized that I quite liked it. Like the concept of it, I should say. Now, from Nyan Nugget again, they suggested clutter, and I thought, what better to demonstrate clutter than this? But then also, this tableau here. Hi. So this tableau here, you can kind of see, is a good example of clutter. I have this mask, which you know what, I'm gonna throw this out because I was just recently sick, as you all know, and I was using that around the house so that I didn't get my mom sick. Then I have a little gift from a good friend. I have a candle right here. I'm kind of describing the clutter to all of you. You'll see on this dresser there's a good smattering of different like crystals and things like that, that are kind of just strewn about. Now this is messier than it normally looks. You know what, I'm just gonna look at you through here. This is the messiest it normally looks. This is not normal. I would say this is not normal level of clutter for me. Nope, we're not gonna sit down. That leads to things getting out of whack. This is not a normal level of clutter for me, but it's kind of going through a redesign ever so slightly. So it's kind of like how it will look. You can see that I've got one of the leaves of my Alocasia Frydek. Alocasia, I like Alocasia because it sounds more dramatic, is being propped up by a little match cloche. You can see over here my giant Sylveon is just waiting in the corner. A collection of hand creams is in this sort of like bottom, like right here. There we go. And then there's a little miniature Buddha. I call that Mini Buddha. Or no, I call him Mini Buddha, the Mini Buddha. smells like metal. They look almost identical. That's weird. Electronics over the sink. I don't know if this is necessarily that smart. the sounds of taking the knives out of the drawer, so that's the reason why I'm showing you a bunch of knives right now. This is the knife that I cut my thumb open with when I was cutting a watermelon back in 2019. Of course, some forks. Butter knife. My 2 coffee scoops. Here is a fork with a little E on it. If you know where this is from, no you don't. We've got paring knives over in here. Serrated knives. This one. An orange peeler. Little orange peeler. Then here's my matcha spoon. There's my matcha spoon. Down here, we've got like the spatulas and the flippers and things like that. My grandma, for Christmas, she got me a gay spatula. That's what she said. She literally wrote in my card, "Here's a gay spatula for you." Alongside both are up here. Gay tongs. How did I get so lucky to have her in my life? Gay tongs and a gay spatula. I love it. Okay. Next up. This is in... Okay, so that was Chels who suggested Cutlery, Cutlery. Next up are... Okay, so the rest are from Naya Nugget. The first one they've suggested is crisps. Crisps. As in the English. And when I mean English, I'm talking like England, UK way to say potato chips. And there's some in the pantry. Here are Lay's ketchup flavored chips. Yes, in can this stuff.